Crowley's subsequent career was indeed dogged by scandal and controversy, and a rather unsavory reputation grew up around him in the popular press. He is said to have finally completed the Abramelin ritual and to have contacted his holy guardian angel several years later, whilst traveling in Egypt.
Crowley did find his guardian angel, and he named him, the name that came to him, his intellect didn't name it, the name came, like you have something that appears in a vision or a dream. And it was I was. The technical name for I was is Lucifer, and what does Lucifer has nothing to do with the devil. Lucifer means, in Gnostic terms, before Christianity, Lucis Fero. It means, I bring the light. It's the spirit that brings the light into the world.
For the remainder of his life, Crowley continued his own attempts to spread the light through his magical work. Under dictation from Aiwas, or Lucifer, Crowley completed the Book of the Law, his Bible for a new religion for the post-Christian age. It would be called Thelema, or sometimes Crowleyanity. He even devised a new religious ceremony, a Gnostic Mass.
Thou that art one, our Lord in the universe, the Son, our Lord in ourselves, whose name is mystery of mystery.
But does Crowleyanity have any valuable insight to offer?
Crowley understood quite early in his life that religions have a shelf life. They have a life expectancy, and what is appropriate in one aeon is inappropriate in another. We started off with the tablets of the law, which were broken. In their place was put the Decalogue, the 10 Commandments, the harsh commandments, thou shalt not, suitable for children. Don't stick your fingers in the electric sockets, don't play with the fire. They're children's rules. We've now moved beyond that. The Book of the Law is a charter of universal freedom. It gives every individual, every man and every woman on this planet rights. And we're now grown up enough, I believe, to actually exercise those rights and to take responsibility for our own actions.
O lion and O serpent that destroy the destroyer, be mighty among us. Do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law.
Love is the law, love under will.
Its main precept, do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law, was frequently misunderstood as a justification for selfish and immoral behavior. This was not Crowley's intention, although many people believed that his own personal morality did little to further his cause.
I mean, people said, oh, that it's just an excuse for sex and everything, but I mean, his creed, do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law, doesn't just mean go and do anything you like or go and kill people. Or it means find what your true will in this world is and fulfill it, which is, I guess, what most sane people would want to do. And the response to do what thou wilt is love is the law, love under will. So one would say if you fulfilled that, you're not likely to do anyone any harm except maybe yourself.
During his lifetime, Crowley remained largely misunderstood. He died in 1947 at the age of 72. His body was cremated and his ashes were scattered and lost. But the spirit of Aleister Crowley was set to rise again. In the 1950s, American filmmaker Kenneth Anger began a series of films directly inspired by Crowley's work. Crowley's rebirth as a cultural icon for a restless and rebellious generation was underway. counterculture of the 60s, Crowley's work seemed to embody the desire for free expression and for a break with the past. Crowley seemed to have a special appeal for musicians, who saw themselves as the social rebels of rock. He was included amongst the celebrities on the cover of the Beatles' hugely successful Sgt. Pepper album.
20 years ago today, Sgt. Pepper taught the band to play. Lead guitar, Jimmy Page.
Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page took a more serious interest than most. He studied Crowley closely. He collected Crowley's paintings and books. And in 1971, Jimmy Page bought Boleskine Huts.
Jimmy Page was deeply involved in the occult, or deeply interested perhaps, and he had the money and the time to buy into it, and he apparently had a fantastic, maybe still has, fantastic collection of Crowley memorabilia.
And Crowley did the same thing for the mystical occult world with his law of Thelema, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, which fills every moron in the world with terror, anxiety, paranoia, and general discombobulation. It's okay to say, do what I will shall be the whole of the law. Every religious teacher in history has said that. Nobody wants, yes, yes, tell us what to do, tell us what to do. Yes, master, when we kiss your feet, master. But you say, do what thou wilt. What, you're giving me the responsibility? I can't take on that responsibility. You tell me what to do. I think people who were looking for, I've defined a disciple as an asshole looking for a human being to attach itself to. The Crowley system does not have any disciples. It doesn't tell you what to do. It tells you to decide for yourself what to do. I think it's the most libertarian philosophy to ever arise out of the mystical, whatever it is, the mystical mishmash.